Hi guys, and welcome to MaxRC. Just a quick thanks to any and all my new subscribers. This time around, I'd like to get some maintenance done on my pocket racer, the Wltoys K989 model. I have about 35 hours of running time on this model with the anodized aluminum suspension. I purchased some white lithium grease and 3-in-1 oil for the drivetrain and suspension links. I removed the wheels and the shocks assembly off camera. Check out the link above. So I start out with the upper control rods, detach all the fasteners and set them aside. I will replace these screws later in the video with some M2 carbon steel hex bolts I purchased at Banggood online store. Next, the lower control arms, with the knuckles still attached. Remove the bushing pins from the assembly and detach. I pull out the CV shafts or the dog bones to inspect the bearings and the CV shafts, then set aside. Remove the differential assembly screws and pop it open. Pull out the diff. Remove the 3 screws at the axle housing and disassemble. I will apply a liberal amount of grease to all the gears and reassemble the housing. The gears will fling off what they don't need. It feels nice and smooth. Reset the housing screws and all looks good. Reset the differential housing in the assembly and a little more grease on the pinion and crown gears. I noticed the assembly is a little tight, so I removed some material to free up the axle housing from the differential case, close it back up and reassemble the suspension. I am applying a tiny amount of 3-in-1 oil to the lower control arm bushings. A little goes a long way here. Wipe off the access to prevent it collecting dust and debris. I run this model on a swept concrete floor, so it tends to stay clean. Reset the CV shafts. Reset the lower control arms and replace the bushing pins. Reset the upper control arms and the stock bushing pins. I did not like the stock hardware the aluminum components came with. I found the driver would strip the heads with repeated disassembly. So I found some great hex bolts at an online retailer. Banggood is my go-to. The new hex bolts come in a variety pack of different lengths and look great. Check out the link below in the description if you're interested. Now repeat at the front assembly. There are only 2 upper control arms there, and you will have to detach the servo tie rods to complete. Here are some photos of the final assembly. I think it turned out great. I hope you will agree with me. like if you must, and subscribe. Till next time.